SQL Server Network Configuration using SQL Server Configuration Manager. SQL Server Configuration Manager can be used to configure both server and client protocols and ports. Most of the time, you do not have to change the server network configuration. Only reconfigure the server network protocols if special network requirements. Steps to start SQL Server Network Configuration. On the Start menu, point to All Programs. Then point to Microsoft SQL Server. Then point to Configuration Tools. And then click SQL Server Configuration Manager. Then click SQL Server Network Configuration tab. Configuring protocols. Use SQL Server Configuration Manager to enable or disable the protocols used by SQL Server, and to configure the options available for the protocols. Many protocols provide multiple levels of configuration. For example, the configuration for the TCP/IP protocol allows for different settings on each configured IP address if required, or a general set of configurations that are applied to all IP addresses. More than one protocol can be enabled. All protocols have equal access to the server. Enable or disable a server network protocol using SQL Server Configuration Manager. All network protocols are installed by SQL Server Setup, but may or may not be enabled. This topic describes how to enable or disable a server network protocol in SQL Server by using SQL Server Configuration Manager. The database engine must be stopped and restarted for the change to take effect. Steps to enable or disable a server network protocol. Open SQL Server Configuration Manager. In the console pane, expand SQL Server Network Configuration. In the console pane, click Protocols for the required instance. In the Details pane, right-click the protocol you want to change, and then click Enable or Disable. In the console pane, click SQL Server Services. In the Details pane, right-click the same SQL Server instance, and then click Restart, to stop and restart the SQL Server service. Configuring ports. By default, the default instance of the database engine listens on TCP port 1433. Named instances of the database engine is configured for dynamic ports. This means it selects an available port when the SQL Server service is started. When configured for dynamic ports, the port used by SQL Server may change each time it is started.